because he's going to a new part of town. Now, he checks weather, and you've seen weather on your phone if you have it. It's an easy free app. But there's a better application called Weather Bug. And it's...
My 6-year-old niece looks at the weather bug every morning before she gets up to go to school to decide what she's going to wear.
Interesting. And how much does it cost you?
The app?
Yeah.
That's great.
Free. Weather Bug app. Not only does it do the weather forecast, it does maps and gives you radar. Drew showed me walking over here that he brought his umbrella that didn't need to be because the storm was moving that way. He could look at the radar on his phone. Okay? Weather Bug. It will give you alerts too about weather.
My niece uses it to see if she's going to get a snow day. Every morning.
What your daughter wears. That's a good one. Okay? So it's a free app. It checks that. He now only, I'm sorry, it's a guy. I'm not sure what girls do, but he checks schools. At our house, it's fantasy ball. I may do a lot of things before I leave, but the first thing I will do before I close the computer is to see how my team did last night and to set my pitching for today. Oh, he gets a text message from the registrar at the university telling him that class he was waitlisted for. Guess what? Your waitlist request, the Psychology 101, has been cleared. You are now available to go to that class. So what does he do before he leaves? He orders the book online, right? Does anybody buy books from bookstores anymore? What that company is focused on, would that help him write it and now everything is going with it. So he has that. He may deal with it now, he may not. He also checks an application that he wants to do something for class because of the calculus, a solution in terms of the graphic calculator. Everybody knows about the calculator on the iPod or iPhone. You don't know about it? Let me show you. Let me show you my phone. If you open up the calculator on your smartphone and you do the application, and it's a free app that comes with it. If you do the calculator, you get a standard memory calculator. Are you with me? Okay, now I'm going to turn it sideways. When you turn it sideways, it goes to a scientific calculator. Okay? Goes to a scientific calculator. How many of you have paid $100+ for a scientific calculator in your life? I got 4 kids. I bought 3. Andy would use his sister's. The other boys wouldn't even use his because it was hers. Okay? Scientific calculator, calculator. Now, it doesn't do graphic calculator. I was in Macon, Georgia, at Mercer University. We were doing a presentation. A colleague of mine and I went to a local place to eat downtown in the square, a really nice place. We're sitting down, placing our order, we're checking our email on our iPhones. The waitress comes over and said, "Oh, you guys are without." We had logo stuff on too, and all that stuff. And we, yeah, we are. And she said, we asked her what she did. She was an engineering student at Mercer. Engineering student. We said, "Well, have you seen the calculator?" Okay? What kind of calculator? It's a memory calculator, scientific calculator. She's still taking our order. She said, "But does it have a graphic?" I said, "No, it doesn't." My colleague said, "Wait a minute. I'm online right now. Let me go to the App Store and see if there's a graphic calculator." He went to the App Store. Said there were 3 graphic calculators. One was free. He downloaded it while she was taking our order. When he got it on his phone and showed it to her, she put down her pad, took his phone out of her hand. We like never got our food. I mean, she started playing. As a matter of fact, my demo on mine are the equations she put in. I didn't take that. But she put me in some equations to show it. It's a free app. Again, one of how many? 75,000. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, by the way, do you know you can record on it? Built-in mic. And the record quality is surprisingly good.
On the iPod Touch.
On the touch, can we do a recording? It's, yeah.
It's no call, you have to have the headphone microphone.
No, that's the latest generation. You can do it by just laying it out.
Does one came out?
Oh, that one when it come out, but I think in the 3rd generation is the one that existed before before they get a special discount rate. There is a sale on the third generation. I heard. Okay? But you can do the recording. You can do the dictation recording, and there's some note-taking kind of things we'll do. The last thing he gets is, oh, by the way, it is a phone. And he gets a call. This could be the morning of a student in terms of the mobile device, and you can see that taking place. And you can change it around. You know, it's the ability to see the potential of the vision. Now, what I want to talk about in the mobility piece that I want to focus you on is there are three areas. You are familiar with, when we talk about the podcast, there is a professor at MIT, unreal professor that has great videos about experiences, and they are free, but their physics, they're unreal, but they're free on their iTunes news site. MIT has a site for you. The second area is the web apps, schools that are creating web apps. And I asked about, were you guys going to do web apps since you're getting teacher phones? You're going to be developing some of your own apps.
We're not developing, we're paying somebody to do it.
Well, but that's right now.
Yes.
That's right now.
Yes.
Because you will have students that will start doing it. Because what you have is Vanderbilt, MIT, pick a university, Abilene Christian. I want to take you to a small university in Tennessee. Okay? Freed Hardeman University, Church of Christ School, back in the boonies. They recruited our oldest son to play baseball. And he went after a visit and said, Dad, I can't go to a school where there's only one red light in the tank. I can't do it. And I said, well, Jackson, Tennessee is, 20 miles away. He said, no, Dad, I'm not going to school. So he did. Okay? Didn't play baseball for him. But their leadership, they have an I knowledge. These are part of the slides that they put together. I Know initiative. Last fall, they gave every student a laptop and either an iPod phone or an iTouch. Okay? And you notice it's not just every student. It's the faculty leading those students. Kids already knew how to use it. It helped with their recruitment like unbelievable in terms of people coming to the school. What did it do for the teachers? The professional development that they've done, and I've been a part of a couple of WebEx presentations to them to get their faculty up to speed, is unreal. But they created their own apps. Maps of the campus to get around, directory, beyond the classroom applications, I Know, alerts. They have 3 more that are coming out, that came out this fall. They're now moving it up a year, so all their freshmen and sophomore. How'd they pay for it? Private school. Private school. They own their fees. They own their fee structures. University of Texas, Austin, their Life initiative at the College of Ed, have you seen that? The Life, laptops, the laptop initiative for future educators. They require juniors and seniors in the College of Ed, they're going to be teachers, to purchase a laptop that are using the digital tools to be digital leaders when they go out and get hired for jobs. The last area in this mobile landscape is native apps. These are web browser apps. They're native apps. They're native apps, and what you have is, like we said, if you go to the iTunes Music Store, you can click on the apps area right here, the App Store. And when you go to the App Store, you can search it by education. And what we've done in setting that up is, here are applications that are the top apps. What's on the right side? Free. It shows you the free apps, it shows you the top apps. And there are even websites that will take you through how educators are using those different apps. So, the continuum of mobility, like Kristen said, in terms of disruptive innovation, is continuing down that path. We're in that process. You're jumping in. So I want to end with a research piece, and I got 4 minutes to do it. This came out of the laptop initiative in the state of Maine. Governor Angus King in Maine, 6 years ago, gave every 7th grader a laptop and their teacher a laptop. Paid for it with state money. He said, I can do a grade level a year for less than 3% of my annual education budget. Less than 3%. Okay, 8th grade the next year, 9th grade, he's no longer governor. Next governor said, we're going to do away with the student policy. You know how you did away with it? You did. Once you change the floor, because it's a cultural change, teachers wouldn't let it die. Community wouldn't let it die. It was an economic development issue. Okay, so we have research out of there, and what we found there are levels about using the technology. This is the reference from Rubin about the research. Substitution technology is the way most of us do it. Even to the point where we augment it with productivity tools, but we very seldom cross the line into transformation. That's modifying the app to do what we need for them to do for us. And then the top level of transformation is where we redefine, using the technology, not always to do something. As a kindergarten teacher who has all the technology in the world, all the training, the best infrastructure, would you never do finger painting? Absolutely, you would do finger painting. You don't drop finger painting because you got great technology. Finger painting is an experience they got to have. If you know I can do the buggies on here, I can do finger painting on this, and it's a free app. It's how I keep the grandkids wanting Big Daddy all the time. They're coming out. Big Daddy. They don't want Big Daddy. They want Big Daddy's phone. Okay? You don't replace them all. So let me put this in better perspective to give you a visual. His research says clearly, if all you're doing is substituting, get the cheapest box you can. Don't pay more than $200. Okay? If that's all it's about, it's about being connected. That can easily be networks. Augmentation, the box plus productivity tools, that is a network. Because it has productivity and it has browser capabilities. The upper level is the ability to modify, and that gets into, we call it the digital suite, the iLife suite, but on the PC side, there is something that's the equivalent of iPhoto. There's something that's equivalent of iMovie. There's something that's the equivalent of iDVD. There's something that's equivalent of iWill. That's front page. Is that you need to be using those apps and projects to get to that higher level easily. That's when you cross the line. And the true ultimate level at the top is when you're 24/7 CCDA. We learned it from initiatives like the state of Maine, like in Rico in Virginia. It was 46,000 students that used the technology in the school district. So the choice is simply yours. The decision point. Does it snow here? It never rained on. So, my last slide. This is an item put together by students for the dean of the University of South Florida. But thanks, you got to be great. To be this late in the afternoon.